Welcome to another episode of Versus. This time we are pitting an original masterpiece versus a reimagining of that masterpiece 13 years later. Of course, we are talking about GoldenEye 007.
There's a fly on the screen. On the narrative front, both games tell the same story, but with varying degrees of depth. James Bond is on a mission to stop a GoldenEye satellite being used to cause a global financial meltdown in London.
Of course, you probably couldn't guess this if you were playing the N64 original, as the story is as light as a piece of string. In fact, it doesn't feel like it has a story at all. Every level has a set of objectives that you have to accomplish, and then you jump straight in to achieve them.
There are moments where the NPCs talk to you, but they don't really say anything important. They say stuff like, "Who are you anyway?" Wow, that's interesting.
The remade GoldenEye attempts to jazz things up a bit with a more cinematic presentation, with plenty more interactions with characters crafted through motion capture technology.
It does get the story across better, but we are still bombarded with snazzy mission briefings. My goodness, so boring. At least the new GoldenEye has voice acting, unlike the mute original.
Эй ты! Выходи из грузовика!
В чем проблема, сержант?
Спецдоставка из Москвы!
Obviously, both games come from different time periods, and so the way the games operate are vastly different. For example, the old GoldenEye makes use of one analog stick, with precise aiming pulled off by holding the R button. Unfortunately, age has reared its ugly head, and this control method feels restrictive and twitchy by modern standards.
However, the designers crafted levels with this input in mind, preventing the game from having an unfair advantage. Speaking of levels, GoldenEye features stages that are open-ended and can be completed in a non-linear fashion. This allows you to complete the missions in whatever order you want. A particular favorite is the frigate level, where you can save hostages in any way you choose.
In this regard, the new GoldenEye takes a step back as it offers a far more linear experience. The game mostly constricts you to a designated path, with set pieces coming into play when necessary. The sense of experimentation and creativity of the original has been lost in favor of a more focused, tighter experience. Still, GoldenEye for Wii does have its advantages, with a much improved control scheme that allows for smooth, accurate aiming. Yummy! Yummy!
Comparing the two GoldenEyes in other areas is pretty tricky since they both come from different decades. On a visual level, you can hardly say that the original GoldenEye is still a good-looking game.
Although you would probably disagree, right?
Yeah, I would actually. The old GoldenEye has a good attention to detail.
Oh, there we go. Meanwhile, the new GoldenEye is an attractive game to a point. While there are moments that visually impress, there are some ugly bits too, such as James Bond's horribly expressionless face.
As a product of its time, the original GoldenEye is a masterpiece of game design. It innovated the first-person shooter beyond just mindless shooting and turned FPSs over to the mainstream.
Meanwhile, the new GoldenEye is a faithful update, but it hardly pushes the envelope. The game simply follows the formula of recent Call of Duties, with quick-time events, rail shooter sections, and the like, all mashed in to make the game entertaining. In many ways, competing these two games together feels like pitting the 90s versus the noughties. It's like taking classic characters such as Parappa the Rapper and Sir Daniel Fortescue and throwing them against modern giants like Big Daddy and Nathan Drake in a grueling 2-on-2 battle of fisticuffs and destruction.
Dexter, stay focused. Stop thinking about PlayStation All-Stars.
Oh yes, it's for later.
Yes. On a final note, the music for GoldenEye is well done and helps create the correct spy atmosphere. The same could be said of the remake soundtrack, which has been composed using a real orchestra. So expect to see us marching in the band.
There he is! There's Dexter Orton right there!
I'm the one on the left. I'm the
Wait,
one in the
what?
white hat.
How'd you be here?
Right though, so that's it. We've compared the games, but now it's your job to decide who is the winner. Will James Bond kill James Bond, or will James Bond kill James Bond? No one knows but you! Vote by saying what game you pick on the Survey Monkey, and the winner will be revealed on the 30th of March.
Good luck, James Bond.
Godspeed. James Bond.